So this is week 4 reflection. This week has gone really well. This week the main priority was to actually look at other documentaries about mental health awareness and understand what they do to make it more professional, and how they made it really good. I was looking at the sound actually, and the sound was very, very important. I didn't realize that. For example, the music actually, changes the mood and creates a set, mood for the atmosphere, and it actually can, um, create emotional feelings to the audience, and that can make the audience relate to the actual documentary, which is really important. I didn't realize that. I also realized that narration actually helps to guide the audience, and also gain information for the audience, so narration can give extra information to the audience, and that's really good. I believe that will be very useful, and I will import it to my documentary. I also learned that exaggerated sounds. For example, I watched a documentary about children and how they start off with mental health, how mental health can be caused and stuff, and I realized they gave exaggerated sound of um, actual children, playing in the background, and I realized the location of it obviously is going to be in school. So I believe sound is very important to the actual documentary. I mean, it's crazy because I didn't realize that before, how important it is. So yeah, I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into music that can set a tone and emotion for my documentary. Obviously, it's going to be a serious one. It's going to be dealing with mental health, so it has to be a serious one, and I'm looking forward to it really. What else I've been doing? I have interviewed John. The interview went really well, but because of you know uh, um, because I only had one camera and I couldn't get a hold of two, it's only been shot overhead. But what my teacher said, that you should actually get at least 2 or 3, so there's actually different sections um, of filming, so you could edit it out, so you can make one go like face forward of John, so one can actually have the perspective of face forward of John, and one can have a side view of John, and and a view of me talking to him. That was really good. I also believe it was a 20-minute long interview, so that is a long interview to sit and watch. So I edited it out. I was looking at actual videos of interviews, and how to make it better. And what one person did is actually edit out their questions. So they didn't ask the questions. I mean, they asked the questions, but obviously they didn't put it inside the video. So they edited out them asking questions, and it went really well. I've started editing out my interview and took out at least 8 minutes, and that was really good. So instead of having a 20-minute interview, it's a 12-minute interview, which is more entertaining, and you gain more information. And yeah, I also made the audio more louder. I was following tutorials on Premiere Pro. I was learning independently, and that was really fun because it was exciting, because obviously I learned a new software, and I learned how to gain the audio. I also been adding text. So for example, I talked about what John's job is, and yeah, and it was really good. Yeah, and that was it really. That's week 4. Hopefully week 5. Oh yeah. I forgot to tell you. I've made a survey obviously, but I've gained results, and right now I was using After Effects to actually make the bar charts, and that went really well. I have been going out as well independently to video stuff, and I'm trying to get contact with Homerton Hospital clinic, so that I can interview someone and with a mental disorder, so I can show their everyday life. And I also want to interview a doctor, so hopefully that goes well. Yeah, so everything's going good. I can't wait to week 5, so I can, actually proper start my documentary. Thank you for listening.